What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding. We are back for the 2025 Prague Pro EVLS competition, and it's a big one. We have a competitors list on the screen as we speak right now. We have 2024 Mr. Olympia Samson Dauda going for the title here. $30,000, I believe, first prize in this one. We've also got Keon Pearson, 212 Olympia champion, making his open debut. We've got Michal, who I believe is sponsored by EVLS, and we've also got Martin Fitzwater, who is only one spot behind Samson Dauda at the 2025 Mr. Olympia. So it sets up for an awesome battle. We've got a lot of great competitors, and we're going to be going through their latest physique updates. I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions, and yeah, we're going to see how this one sort of plays out. And I'm sort of going to do my predictions live here because there's a lot of different ways people are actually, I suppose, analyzing this one, because I'm betting from the IFBBAMA.org podcast. I'm betting my own money on Samson Dauda winning this contest. I'm up against Antoine Vaillant, Morgan McDonald, and Frank McGrath as well. Frank McGrath has Keon Pearson winning it. He's putting his money on the line there. And then we've got Antoine and Morgan, who are putting their money down on Martin Fitzwater. So four guys technically, including myself, all having different opinions apart from Antoine and Morgan, who are going for Martin Fitzwater here, who was behind Samson at the Olympia. Let me know where you guys are coming from if you are watching live as well. Let's effing go says, well, I don't know how to pronounce that name. The dude abides. 803, what's up, my man? The show actually starts, so it's 8 p.m. local time in Prague on Saturday. That's the men's open bodybuilding prejudging. And then the following day, we have the prejudging for the other divisions like Classic Physique, 212, all the women's divisions. And then probably around the same time, I haven't checked exactly, and we will actually bring that up during this show as well, so stay tuned. And I'll give you the times for all the Sunday events. Obviously, it's different around the world. So if you do want to find out what time those are, what time they are for your local time, whether you're in the UK, whether you're in US, Australia, whatever, you can type in 8 p.m. Prague time in, and then put your time zone or location or whatever. That's the best way to do it on Google or ChatGPT or whatever you choose to use. We've also got Frozen Surf Society. Let's go. Big Samson for the win. Martin second. AK, what's up, my man? Krizo will be shaking literally in his trunks. He has had a few occasions of shaking in that one. Keon for Ambrose, and I will go to your poll results too. So if you haven't voted in the poll, vote in the poll that I've got up now. And you can give me your opinions and we'll go through those live. Hope all is well. Things are looking up, man. Things are looking up. Martin so young, only going to get better, says Ian Darby. 100%. Yeah, Martin is on the improve for sure. For sure. We got Shadi or Shady. Jean Barakat says, got my money on Samson, watching from Beirut, Lebanon. What's up? UK. Oh, 2:10 a.m. Hardcore. That is some dedication to this stream. Thank you, my man. BT Dusty, my man. What's going on? 2-day show. Yeah, 2-day show for the open. So it's only open that is the 2-day show. So open is on the Saturday night and the Sunday night in Prague. So I'll tell you guys how many hours we are away, because it's on at 5 a.m. my time of prejudging for the open, which is, so we're at 12 p.m. now on a Saturday. It's on a Sunday morning for me because Australia is ahead. So we're looking at 12 hours. So 17 hours from now, maybe just 8 minutes under 17 hours from now is when the men's open prejudging will start. So 17 hours from now. So shout out to you guys. We will be going through the latest physique updates and all that good stuff, so make sure you stay tuned to this one. Now, BT Dusty, my man, coming in strong and early. How well do you think Keon will compare? Now, that's the interesting question. Now, my thumbnail I used for this one, I'll actually bring it up quickly if I can do that. I actually took some images and used it in the thumbnail, and you can sort of see, I actually found it interesting just doing this before the show. I'll bring this up on the screen now. This is, I'll make myself a little bit smaller so you guys get a better view there. So I sort of used approximate heights. I think I'd made Keon maybe a little bit taller there, so that might be a little bit unfair there to Samson. So just imagine Keon there, but just a little bit shorter in comparison to Samson, and also Martin too. I think I've made him the same size as Martin there, so Keon definitely isn't the same height as Martin. So you can see there sort of what it might look like, and Keon may get overwhelmed, but I did hear someone talking about this, and they said Keon is sort of like a Martin rather is sort of like that in between in terms of height with Samson and Krizo to down to Keon, which might actually help Keon in this one, because if Keon can compare well to Martin and maybe beat Martin, and Martin's only one spot behind Samson at the Olympia, you know what I mean? It might push Keon up a little bit. So I think, sorry, I didn't mean to remove that there. I think Keon can compare pretty well, and I actually looked at some footage as well, which I will bring up from, I think it was it last, a couple of years ago from this show where we had Michal Krizo next to Samson Dauda in the lineup, and Krizo wasn't looking too bad himself. Now, I think a few physique deficiencies will hold Krizo back a little bit in comparison to how, you know, how good and how complete Samson is overall. And you can see on that front double bicep there, Samson's got where the lats pop out, the waist goes in really tight, and it sort of flows a bit better there than Krizo's physique. But then you've got Martin as well, and Martin, had that Mr. Olympia been rejudged, maybe they would have pushed Martin into that top group a little bit more, because Martin was peaked like chef's kiss. He looked, phenomenal in the lineup. So I'm very intrigued to see. I think Keon will compare well, but I'd almost love to see Keon against like Brandon Curry, Keon Pearson, Martin Fitzwater, and then maybe even add like I think a Hardy Chupin and a Derek Lunsford would still get over the top of these guys in a lineup, but it would be interesting to see all of those guys in a lineup like that. But this is going to be an interesting lineup for sure. Like, I don't know how it's going to play out. And like I said at the start of this stream, there are multiple guys that have money on different guys in this lineup. So let's get to some of the physique updates, the last minute physique updates under 24 hours out from the 2025 Prague EVLS Prague Pro. There is a live stream as well, so you can click the link in the description below and you can find that live stream. And I will be going live as well for this contest myself on here, using some screen captures, all that sort of stuff. And the live stream is a very, very reasonable price. But let's get into it in some of the latest physique updates from these guys. I'll just head over to Instagram before I bring it up on the screen for you guys, because there are some updates from Martin Fitzwater and the likes. So Martin Fitzwater, actually I might have to just type the Instagram in here, because Martin's looking really, really good at the moment. All right, let's bring it up for you guys. Okay, here we go. And actually, I found this image here interesting by, I believe it's by Muscle Insight. See here on the screen. Bodybuilders' highest earning seasons ever. You can see Derek Lunsford this year made $1.2 million by winning the Arnold, the Pittsburgh Pro, and then the Olympia. Unbelievable. Samson's done, you know, he did $810,000 last year, and Hardy the same year. Last year as well, won $680,000. So just wanted to highlight that. Shout out to Muscle Insight. They do a phenomenal job. But let me head over to Martin Fitzwater's page, because Martin posted an update today as well. And really, he's a guy that's got nothing to lose in this lineup, because he's not necessarily expected to win, but he has every chance of doing that. You can see here, ready, Boss of Outlaw, but he says new, I believe, YouTube video is live. You can see he looks really good there. He looks dry. Boss of Outlaw, Stefan Kinzel, obviously a phenomenal coach. See, Martin's looking good. He's looking dry. Now, have these pictures been touched up? I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look like too much if they have been. Because normally you'd see, like, you can see the stretch marks there, but sometimes you'd see them, they'd look really aggressive and violent and be popping out. If this had been, you know, this image had been adjusted a lot, and sometimes you see the background being all grainy. But I'm not seeing that from this image, so a good sign that it's not like, if it's touched up, it's obviously not a huge amount. Looking really good. There's bits of detail on that leg that might be able to you know, look really good against Samson. Now, Samson's going to be a lot bigger, and we will get to him in a little bit. But let me know what you guys think about Martin and what sort of chances you give him to win this contest, because from what I'm seeing, he looks pretty damn good. But the other thing is, will Martin be able to stay composed enough on stage? You know, like, oh, I'm not sharing the right image. I apologize. Why is that not sharing? Wait, I apologize. There you go, guys. Okay. I apologize for that. Here's Martin Fitzwater. You guys can see him on the screen now. I'll go over this again. Should be able to see that now. Yes, you can. Cool. All right. So you can see Martin there. You can see it's not, the stretch marks are there. You can see them pretty clearly, but it's not like these edges around the veins or anything are overly like grainy or touched up or anything like that. I think that he's just looking really dry. Because you can see, yeah, that sort of dry skin look. You can see with the vein just sticking out there. It's not like this has been touched up a huge amount. And I think Martin is on. If he can control his nerves, he can, yeah. He's got nothing to lose. So he should go out there posing with confidence. And last year, he had more pressure on him because he was against C-Bum last year. Now, while Samson, I think, is a more formidable competitor and a tougher competitor, obviously an open Mr. Olympia, I think that takes the pressure off Martin somewhat, because this isn't a... It's funny because Martin at the Olympias, where he's not expected to win, comes in at his best. When he comes into shows where there's high pressure on, like maybe Pittsburgh, where he really, really, really wanted to do well and try to win that show, he slipped a little bit, didn't nail it. At Prague last year, at prejudging especially, he slipped, didn't nail it. Finals, he was a lot better when the pressure was pressure was on there, but it was a little bit off, like nothing to lose. Some people had Chris Bumstead winning. So when the pressure's off, Martin excels. So can he do it under pressure? I think the pressure's off a little bit, and I think Martin Fitzwater will do very, very well here. So that'll be interesting to see. BT Dusty, my man. 1 and 2 will be Samson and Keon. Ooh. That would be big, because it sort of puts them... They're all in the same range. That's the thing. They're all in the same range. And thank you as well, man, for the super chat. Much appreciated, my man. Let me get through a few of these super chats before I move on to Keon and Samson. And Keon has some updates. And Samson also, there's some check-in photos where he's looking huge too. So stay tuned for that. Ambrose says, I think Keon will compare just fine. It's just the size difference. Yeah. He looks a little taller too. He'll probably compare better than Sean, like Sean Clarita, I assume you're talking about. But not sure he'll be big enough to hold his own in the top 5. If you're talking about, you're not talking about Keon, are you? Or are you talking about, Martin there or Keon? I'm not sure. Martin's recent updates don't look that impressive. I think they do. Man, I think these updates look impressive, but I'll have to see if there's have a look to see if there's any other ones as well. He looks too soft in your opinion. I don't know. What's up, Amin? Hope you're doing well, man. I heard about your case and everything like that. I hope your mind and everything is doing well. Thinking of you, brother. And then we've got Loho. Samson wins, and I'm not the hardest Samson lover like Xavier. What's up, Loho? Yeah, well, I did a podcast with Lee Priest yesterday for ifbbama.org. Make sure you check that one out. It's going to come out within the next day or two, I assume. It's a good one. We replace, we do all the placings from the 2025 Mr. Olympia as if we were judging. So it is very, very interesting. I think you guys will really like it. So make sure you do tune into that one. Yeah, I'm just going to adjust where I am on the screen there a little bit. Oh, that didn't work at all. Lame. Anyway. Check out Bodybuilders Without Borders on Martin. Okay, we'll do, man. And thank you for the super chat again. Much appreciated. All right, let's check out Bodybuilders Without Borders. Let me just close my Instagram on this other screen because it's confusing me. I've got 2 open here. Let's go to Martin Fitzwater on Bodybuilders Without Borders. Okay. Is it this same update? That's 3 days ago. Oh, last year, Prague. don't know if this is new updates or not. Yeah, I assume these are new. He looks mighty impressive there to me. But let's go. Bodybuilders without borders. Okay. Got that slow Australian internet working good. Apologies for that, guys. Nick should have competed, says Nemtal. And T-Bray says Nick is tired. I don't know if Nick's tired, like... Yeah, maybe his physique is tired. I don't know. It's hard to say, that one for me. Okay, where's Martin Fitzwater here? Ah, here's Martin. Ah, okay. Now, I'll say something about this photo. My man BT Dusty, Todd. I've seen photos in this same... I think this same hotel. Maybe it wasn't this same hotel before. Yeah, you can see he's a little bit full in the stomach there. But this is like, to have your medialis, I don't think this is the greatest lighting, but to have your medialis have those lines through there like that, there's no way he's soft. He may be front loading. That's the other thing. Some athletes choose to front load, so the midsection could be a little bit full there. It doesn't matter too much. He's got that real Texas, that stone cold Steve Austin. Goatee going on. Yeah, he looks very full here. He did. I mean, he still looks very dry to me. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like the side leg there doesn't look like cut out, but it's dry. I think I can see the conditioning there. Yeah, separated. So this one's 2 days out, so... See there, yeah. I know what you mean, like this back shot, and Martin isn't one that has like sliced and diced delts. Like he never has that, even on the Olympia stage, that's not there, you know? So I wouldn't be too concerned about the shoulders maybe not looking peeled or maybe being a little bit spilled now. I think he'll definitely rein it in. Okay. What else are you guys saying? That's a good point. Nick could have made a statement, but he's probably looking for a new coach right now. Now, I saw a thing saying Nick's new coach, and it showed a picture of Chris Tuttle. So I don't know if Chris Tuttle's maybe coaching Nick. That might just be a rumor. I have no clue. Haven't looked into that one as yet. Why is his midsection so ... I'd say it's just the carb up. Let's go through the other photos. There's some more here as well. Martin overrated from JF. I think the thing is about Martin is you can look at it through that lens because you can pick out certain parts of his physique. But when he hits it, like at the Olympia, if he plays fourth, I have no issues. No issues whatsoever, which means ahead of Samson. So you can see his midsection here, and it doesn't look perfect. And that's, you know, you can't really avoid that. I mean, it's not, actually, to be honest, it's not too bad here. It's just, to be honest, I think this is just really shit lighting, to be honest, because he's got he's all sliced out here. And he definitely does look a little bit watery here, but from those other physique updates, I don't think Martin has anything to worry about in terms of conditioning. And also, oh, look at this one. This is 2 days out as well. From his YouTube channel, Martin is ready to defend. Okay, so we're going to head over to his YouTube channel because I assume that's a video as well. See, this different lighting looks very, very different. And this is honestly one of the craziest, most musculars on the planet today. Like Martin's most muscular is very, very good because he's got the legs, he's got the quads, he's got the chest striations, which I love. Like Martin has definitely got harder biceps this year too. You might not see it in these pre-contest photos, but yeah. And while he doesn't have fully stripped delts, from the front, he does have this sort of lines in the front of the delts. He just lacks a bit of detail in the side delt, rear delt. But yeah, this is ultra impressive. And look at this. Like you saw the side leg before where it didn't look super crisp. This is still 2 days out. And I think there's a lot of... I can't tell if... Is that his back leg? Can't tell what's happening there. Yeah, I think... Is that where his hamstring ends? And then his back leg? Or is that just... I can't tell. No, he looks good. All right. But let me quickly check out the poll results. I want to see this. I'll just quickly head over to the YouTube studio. Hopefully I'm not pulling that up for you guys. No, you guys can still see what I'm seeing on the screen now. I'll head over to Samson Dauda's page. Not sure if he's put anything up in terms of photos, pre-contest photos. But from what I saw, he was looking pretty damn big. Samson Dauda in Prague. What else is there here? This one was from a day ago. Gets him a hostile ad. Very cheeky, Samson. Very cheeky. But what about Paweł Kowalski? Paweł Kowalski. Paweł? 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 Well, let me look him up, Mark. I feel... Or is that a... Paweł Kowalski? Samson's definitely fuller. I will look up Paweł Kowalski. I don't even remember that guy. I apologize if I don't remember him. That hotel side lighting helping there, though. Haha, yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it can, but I think Martin's going to be on. I don't think we have to worry about that. I don't know about going in full because Samson's up. That's the thing. So Samson was down, I think he said he was down around, was it 280, 285 at the Olympia? And he's going to be 300 on stage. Is that going to be a good move or a bad move? I did say on a podcast the safe move is maybe coming in like 7 pounds up, 8 pounds up, even 9 pounds up, but like 15 to 20 pounds up. Is that a risk? I'm not sure. And Samson says people don't know his body. He can gain muscle like crazy. Now, he's obviously not necessarily talking about gaining muscle in that 2-week period, but maybe. If you're forcing a huge amount of calories in, you can just definitely get some hypertrophy happening. Someone asked Kyle on his last post, and he basically said Nick Walker blocked him, and this is news to him. Holy shit. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? I get on well with Nick. I sent, well, Nick and I don't talk much, but every now and then I send him a message because I think he's a good dude. BT Dusty said, sent you a couple of comparisons of Derek and Andrew from a couple of years ago. They looked 100 times better than they did this year. Andrew jacked? I don't know about Andrew Jack looking better. I think Andrew Jack looked better now, but I will check. Is this on Instagram, BT Dusty? Also, the other thing is Keon Pearson. There are reports that Keon Pearson and Patrick Tua are no longer working together as well. So hold yourself for that one. That will be very interesting. But these are the sort of the last physique updates we saw from Samson. 7 days out, right between the Olympia and this show. And I think Samson looks really good. People saying that this doesn't look as good or whatever. I don't know. I think this looks pretty damn good. Does this look better? And people are like, oh, his legs are still down. Maybe they're a little bit more slight. Maybe there's a little bit less sweep here than we saw at the Olympia last year. But to me, this is looking pretty good. I think this is impressive to me. Like, I think he looks a lot better. I think he actually even looked a little bit drier and a little bit better in the other physique update too, when he was 296. So absolutely huge there. Freaking huge. And you can see the detail on the hamstring glute. You can see lines in that glute there. And I think this is actually looks like more detail. You can see the glutes there. They're actually striated. You can see it. I think this is better than what we saw on the Olympia stage with no drying out or anything like that. What do you guys think? I think that's better. And this is 300 pounds as well here. So Mark's Max Muscle. I always say his name funny. Paweł. I haven't caught your videos in a few days, Mark. I apologize. I do want to catch up on your videos. Noah Warham, do you think Keon's diastasis? Is that the midsection thing? can be an issue pushing food for the open carb up. Now, I don't think Keon's going to do anything silly for his open carb up, but not working with Patrick Tour, that could cause some sort of an issue. So we'll see. We'll see. Samson, I wish you could breathe that out a little bit more, because I think the abs looked a little bit better in some past years. I mean, when he won the Olympia, I think his abs, just when he crunched down on them, I think he can perfect that a little bit better, and it'll make that ab and thigh look a lot better there. Samson's upper body is definitely back to where it was. But obviously in that push for conditioning, maybe he did extra cardio, plus the lower calories. Maybe that actually pushed his legs down a little, but he can get back some of that fullness at least, I believe. With a heroic name like Samson, it would be an insult to be below 300 pounds. 3M million? You need to make a late entry. You need to make a late entry and win the show. 3M? Okay, on Instagram. I'm going to check that out now, BT Dusty. I'll have a quick look. I don't want to open up my DMs. I don't want to disclose anything, But let me just have a look. Let me look. Is this in my others folder or my... I've got 3 message requests here. I can't find these messages, BT Dusty. All requests. Top requests. So on the desktop bodybuilding one or my personal one? General requests. It's so weird. My requests don't work properly on my phone. And then it shows the opposite. Like when I go to general and then other messages, it's all over the place. Alright, yeah, for some reason my message requests refuse to come up on my personal account for whatever reason. So let me know exactly where you sent that. 3M is Mark's Max Muscle. 3M is also Kevin Levrone. What is this 3M stuff? I'm so confused. Okay, it looks better than the Olympia, but not sure if it's enough to win the Olympia again. Do you mean this package or do you mean in the future? Mark's Max Muscle, I agree. Samson's abs were great at the O in 2024, but haven't been the same. Yeah, but just not quite. When he crunches that down, it's just not quite the same. And I don't know if it's a level of control there. Definitely something he could work on. Like if I was coaching Samson, I'd say like focus on just those abs, crunching him in, ab control exercises, all that sort of stuff. Because at this top level, that is so important. And he was leaner this year. The midsection was small. It's just then, maybe it's the ab training, maybe it's the control. Who knows exactly what that is? But they definitely did look a little bit, I'd say just more aesthetic, and just he's able to control them a little bit better, I think, last year. Why would Keon leave P Tour? I'm not sure. Patrick Tour, I always liked Patrick Tour. I know he got lambasted and slammed by Milos on the Menace podcast one time, but yeah, Patrick seems cool to me. He's always been nice. Bailey, at the Olympia last year, in the abs and thigh, his midsection looked great, but it was on and off depending on how he was hitting it throughout the comparisons. Yep. Yeah, I know what you mean. Should be on your desktop bodybuilding account. What? Todd, what do you go by on here? Because it's just... there's something wrong with my Instagram account. I don't know if it's because I've been trying to be hacked so many times or what the deal is. Let me know how long ago you sent it to, because... doesn't seem to be coming up anywhere. Okay, so I'll go to my primary account. It's not there. And how long ago did you send it? General. Your general messages. There's nothing in there at all. Then requests. All requests. Shows the last one was 3 days ago. That makes no sense. Let's go top requests. And they're all completely out of order, top requests. So, oh my God. I seriously hate. There's something wrong with my IG. I just can't get messages from people. I don't know why. because my top requests come in all out of order, but it shows more message requests here. It's like I have to skim through them. 18 weeks ago, 19 weeks ago, 20 weeks ago. I don't know, maybe send it to my personal account, BT Dusty. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to work properly. For whatever reason, my message requests, which is super frustrating because I'm sure people just think I ignore them, but the last one I have is from 3 days ago in my all requests. So anyway, I'll just show you one more update from Samson too, because this one here, this is 295 pounds. I hope he cuts down to this sort of conditioning because I think this is a little bit sharper. You can see the dryness in the quads there than that other update. And then the midsection's looking a little bit nicer too. I think 295 pounds, if I was coaching Samson, I don't think you need to go 305, 280 to 305. I think there's a middle ground there. 295 is a pretty accurate, nice spot. But the legs definitely look bigger than here. Maybe not quite as dry and sharp though. I think there's a medium package in there, and I hope they're able to come in. Like, look at the midsection there, that looks even better. So I think there's a middle ground, and sometimes you can swing too far one way or the other. So I hope Samson doesn't do that. And I know Samson's not listening to anyone else apart from him and Mel, basically. But you look at the glutes there. That looks, to me, if this package was at the Olympia, maybe this wins. Like, look at that side leg. Like, we didn't see that at the Olympia like that. We saw some details and everything, but we didn't see it to this level because the fullness is here. Look at that hammy. Like, that's crazy to me. You can see it in the back here too. You just... Yeah, to me that looks really good, but yeah. Anyhow, let's move on. Let's discuss Keon Pearson because there's some legit updates from Keon. 1 day out, looking sliced and diced as well. So I'm intrigued to know why he isn't with Patrick Tour anymore. I'd love to interview Keon. I haven't interviewed Keon for a minute, and Keon was keen to come on my podcast and stuff a few times, but obviously I had some crazy shit going on in life. But you can see Keon there, obviously a black and white update. Hard to tell if there's any sort of additional graininess or anything like that added to the photo. Doesn't look like it. The face still looks very, you know what I mean? It's not like it's super grainy or anything like that, but this looks crazy. If this is unedited, if this is straight off the phone with those, look at those details on the bicep. I mean, they're there regardless. I don't think he's drawing them on. Waist still very small and just balloons up. He's got a cartoon character sort of physique. You see the hamstrings there, dug out. Quads cross-striated, the medialis is striated. All the way up here too. That shit is crazy. Look at that. Big old lines through the glutes there. Very, very impressive. And there's more updates here. Here he is with Terence Ruffin, who's doing a classic physique at this one. And I will be live as well all weekend, so subscribe and click the notification bell button because Terence Ruffin will be in that classic physique. I'm assuming he's going to win. I haven't checked to see if there's any big contenders, like Olympia type guys, but check that out. When people say the guys today don't have great conditioning, it's just weird to me. 295 on Samson definitely looks better. Yeah, I will go to AJ's page as well. I think he has done some interviews and stuff. So shout out to AJ Kelly Robert. My man does a phenomenal job. And I will be showing those interviews as well. And I encourage everyone to go follow AJ Kelly Robert, who has some great coverage over the weekend and, of course, this channel too. Samson looks hard. Kiev bound. I could make a bet for Keon. Yeah, Keon looks freaking good. I'd put my money on Keon. I mean, he's looking hard. That's the thing. If Keon comes in and wins this, he has to do the Open Olympia. If he gets third, will he do it or not? That's the question that I have in my head. So in some ways, I want Keon to place... I think if he places second or higher, he does the Open next year. If he gets third or lower, I don't know. If it's touch and go and he takes some points off Samson or Martin, then I think that he probably does the Open. If he's a straight thirds, I think he might do 212 again. So there's some parts of me that wants Keon to be that top two, but obviously knowing Samson and Martin very well, and yeah, and I know Keon too, so I like all three guys. I had all three guys on my podcast before, and yeah. Thanks, JMC. You look dreamy too. Well, I don't even know what you look like, but I appreciate it. Looks like his bird is hanging out. I don't know what that is. Some sort of logo. By his bird, I assume you mean... I don't know. I'm not assuming anything. There's Keon there. It's funny how we zoom in on these guys, try to take every little bit... Oh, that machine looks cool. It's a bicep machine there. It has some elbow pads, and that looks cool. Handles move every way. Yeah, that's the last of those ones. But then we've got this one too. 7 days out flat as a pancake. Can you see he's a little flatter there? And not like bursting full, but he looks incredible. It's in Torture Gym in there in Vegas. With his partner, who is phenomenal in her own right too, physique-wise. These guys are a real like power couple. Which I love to see. Samson lost his lat taper as well as his abs. Ooh. Thank you for the super chat again. I appreciate it, man. His lat taper, do you mean he lost some lat size? And then that affected his overall physique taper, or? I'm not sure. I'm missing some comments along the way. Shout out to Xavier of Desktop Bodybuilding. Thank you, Mark. Oh, Dillian. Shout out to Dillian from Project Bodybuilding. Dillian! Yeah, shout out to Dylan. I haven't talked to Dylan in a little bit. I need to catch up with him. Do you know that last, the JMC, when you say penis envy, that's actually the name of a psychedelic mushroom. I don't know if you know that. Oh, his legs look like a bird. Okay, I was up the wrong tree then. Carnivore Muscle. Hey, Xavier, 2:40 a.m. here in England. Can't sleep. Okay, well, at least you got me to accompany you. I actually used to like falling asleep to podcasts. Not because they're boring. I think just because it takes your mind off things. So hopefully this is something that helps you go to sleep there, my man. And hopefully you can tune in for the live watch-along as well. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of live. And my throat is going to be... Well, it sounds weird. I was going to say my throat is going to be quite sore at the end of it. But, yeah. 69 people in the chat. Shout out. Can we get that shout out to Dillian from Project Bodybuilding? Oh, I got it right as you said that. Dillian! Samson and Mel versus Keon and his girl. Oh, yeah. I wonder if Keon's partner is now coaching him. So we could have... Imagine if it was Keon and Samson in the top two next year, and it's... Oh, I feel really bad. I know exactly what Keon's partner's name is on Instagram. It's Hapricorn, isn't it? I can't remember her real name. I feel so bad now. But they're awesome. Mark's is my favorite man. Yeah, Mark is awesome. I want to restart my podcast and get Mark on a bit if he'll grace my podcast. Hello, Loho. I know you want me to do that Tarek El Gindi impression. We have Keon Pearson here, and he has great bicep, back double bicep pose. He has the wide clavicle bones. And that looks great in the lineup, I must say. Xavier, what are your thoughts on the Masters Olympia competitors not getting paid? Apparently they're getting paid now from Jake Wood, so shout out to Jake Wood for stepping up and actually doing that. Promoter dropped the ball. I did hear a rumor on another podcast. I'm saying it's a rumor because nothing is confirmed, that the Japan Pro has like a 3-show deal or something like that. Whether that's true or not, I have no clue, but I heard that on Ron Harris's podcast, I believe. So they might have their hands tied and it might be a little bit weird. It might come down to a legal type thing. So is Mike done crashing out, by the way? Mike Summerfield? Will Keon Fly beat a huge Krizo? I think Keon beats Krizo, and we will get to Krizo as well. What, Mike Israel thinks his physique's better than Mike Mensa? That's crazy. Would Jake have paid if it were not aired publicly, or is he doing it to avoid bad press? Now, I think that everyone's like, well, how couldn't he know that these athletes weren't paid? If no one complained to Jake about it, then, yeah, Jake's obviously the guy behind the scenes and all that sort of stuff. But if it's the promoter and people are going to the promoter saying, hey, like, have we been paid? And some athletes just won't complain because they don't want to piss off anyone, and for it to get back to the pro league, and they get paranoid about that sort of stuff. I can see a world where Jake didn't have any idea about it. But the fact that he stepped up straight away and done it is definitely the wise move for publicity. But, yeah, I think he did the right thing, regardless. You know what I mean? And it didn't take... he did it straight away. So that's a class act for me. So I can definitely see a world where Jake had no idea that these athletes weren't paid, or, thought, maybe he's talking to a promoter saying, hey, these athletes haven't been paid. And then the promoter said, oh, no, the athletes are fine with it. We told them this or whatever. So it can get definitely lost in translation there. And especially if the promoter hadn't paid and he's trying to get away with it, he might tell Jake whatever he needs to hear to... Not saying any of this happened, but they may be telling Jake what he wants to hear as well. So... Jake would do. He's a good guy. Yeah, he seems like a good guy for sure. I appreciate that he bought the Olympia and put the Olympia on that year. I mean, Jake would cop some shit because of the Olympia and a few things they do at the Olympia that people wish they did differently, but he stepped up here. But yeah, Keon looks phenomenal. He's definitely in my top 3. It's so hard to place that top 3, so we'll have to wait and see, and I will give my predictions at the end of this video as well, plus the times for the open prejudging, the prejudging of all the other divisions, and the finals of the open prejudging in all the other divisions, because we've got open, 212, classic, and some women's divisions as well. So wellness, I think we've got figure. Actually, I don't know if we have figure. I'll get back to you on that. Someone said Phil Clahar emailed Jake and he ignored it. He knew. Emails get lost. So I'm probably just making excuses at this point. Dan Philippex, my man, my boy Marty for the win, though Samson improved. Is a tall order. Yeah, for sure. She's going to be a close one. I have a feeling she's going to be a close one. Or unless Samson comes in super full, then I think Samson could be the one who could win it by a bit. If that is to happen. If someone wins, straight first, I think it might be Samson, unless Martin really nails it and Samson's smooth or something like that. So... let's get to the Krizo updates. Because we have something from Krizo at least in the last few days. So let's go to that. Oh, there's also this picture of Keon here as well. That's a sick photo. That is such a sick photo. Exactly what John Jewett said here. You can see here the comment. Looking fake, bro. AI generated. Maybe it was done with AI. Do you like ChatGPT? ChatGPT? I don't know if you guys heard that. There, see, I know Keon's partner by her name, Capricorn. Amanda, that's it. Amanda, okay. Yeah, I feel better about life now. But look at her physique, like you can see here. That's cool as hell. Insane physique as well. Superpower couple there. All right, let's go to Michal Krizo. Michal Krizonek. Here's Michal Krizo. 4 days out here. He's got that nice background, that white background looks awesome. And we'll go to those interviews on AJ Kelly Roberts in just a second. Look at that. Krizo, phenomenal from the front, for sure. Not quite the same from the back, but I wish... Look at this transverse abdominis out here. Like that side ab and how that... Like the oblique that comes out here. It just sits out. Like if he could... I mean, I'm not a big proponent of waist trainers or anything like that. But if there's anyone to wear like a waist trainer to bring that in. There's a few guys. There's Krizo. There was someone else I was thinking of, like Nick Walker and Krizo. Now, Krizo doesn't have a big waist by any means, but he does have very developed oblique / transverse abdominis out there, which does make his waist a little bit wider. So, but look at the one thing I really appreciate about Krizo. I don't know if I can pause this or not. Let me try to pause it when he hits that crab, if I can. So you can see there, look at that detail through his delts. That is crazy. I think this is the one he had repaired, which is a bit fuller looking, not quite as stripped, but still cuts in beautifully. And looks really, really damn impressive. I'm not sure which one was the operated one. I think it was this one. Maybe why there's a little bit more inflammation there. I don't know exactly, but yeah. Krizo looking phenomenal. He'll probably be my 4th place pick, just to preemptively tell you that one already ahead of time. But let's go to AJ Kelly Roberts' page. Go and check him out on Instagram. I appreciate all his coverage. This guy just does it, goes and interviews people single-handedly, and he's so excitable too, like in terms of his enthusiasm for it. And I think that's why people like AJ, because he's so enthusiastic and such a nice guy. Let's listen to this. Let me know if you can't hear this. Oh, he's put music to it. We can't listen to it. Shit. AJ, why you do that? Is there any music to this one? No.
Biggest man on
in the game, crazy condition.
Krizo.
And it's the most and the most muscular. Boom.
Co nic, Dodo.
Biggest man
Biggest man on
in the game.
We got Martin Fitzwater here.
The champ.
Hope you guys can hear this. Let me know if you can hear it.
I'm here. I'm in Prague. I'm ready to kick some ass and take some names. We're going to be the best Martian you guys have seen yet, and we're going to put on a mini Olympia for the year.
You brought some merchandise with you this time out.
Yes.
I want a Martian t-shirt.
Yes, you have one with your name on it, bro.
And for people who follow you, your friends and your stories, you post a lot of videos, and you're looking absolutely crazy.
It's going to be my best look yet. I'm very excited to display this one. Boss and I have got the formula down to a T, and now we know the things that we can tweak and the finer knobs we can change from the Olympia, but you're going to see an awesome package this weekend.
Thanks for making the European bodybuilding scene so much better with you in it.
I will always do my best to continue to compete over here, display an awesome physique, and give the European fans what they deserve.
I'm not gonna ask you to strip, but the legs, bro, for those who've seen it, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get to see some awesome quads this weekend.
The champ.
All right. Hopefully you guys could hear that. Do you guys let me know? You got to let me know if you can hear that, because otherwise you're just listening to nothing. Hopefully not. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Let me know ASAP, because I'm hoping that I shared the audio from that. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But there's one here with Terence Ruffin. I think it's Michael de Bull. Michael de Bull is against Terence Ruffin, so we'll have to wait to see that. That will be very interesting. But the one we're all sort of waiting for is to see, you know, the big boys. These 4 guys go head to head. So that's going to be incredibly exciting.
Video? Alright.
Terence.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
I said it before, the best routine of all time.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
At the Olympia.
Thank you.
But this show.
Keon's eyes look, Terrence's eyes there look like he'd been smoking some good stuff. He might just be tired there from the flights. That's funny. But yeah, anyway. Is Krizo from the British GP? I think so. Yeah, that's Krizo there from the British GP. Yeah, let's go. Yes. There's Joanne, who's going to be in this show as well. Great competitor. Now, I know I've obviously focused on the top guys in this one, so I'm going to give you my predictions. I'm not going to hold it up all day for you guys. I'll bring up just that image I had before. So this is my top 4 here. So let me know the order you guys have. I will go to that. Let me go to that poll right now. Let me find that poll. That sounds weird. Let me just open it up on my own YouTube. That's probably the easiest way to do it, rather than going into the back end, if you know what I'm saying. We don't have too much of a lag on the stream, actually. I just heard my own voice very soon after that one. So who do you have winning the 2025 Prague Pro? 63% going with Samson Dauda, which is what I love to hear because I have money on Samson. 15% on Martin Fitzwater, 18% on Keon Pearson, and 5% have Michal Krizo winning the 2025 Prague Pro. It's interesting. Mark's Max Muscle has Samson, Keon, Martin, Krizo. So I'm going to give you my predictions now. 4th place, I have Michal Krizo. More Michal Krizonek. 3rd place, this one's very, very tough. I was not sure if to put Keon or Martin. I was going over it in my head. Keon looks phenomenal. Obviously, if he has had a change of coach, that could change things up a little bit. Oh man, because if we're saying Keon, we're saying this guy is probably a top 5 Olympian this year. Now, Sean Clarita just got 3rd in a contest, and some people said Clarita was close-ish with Keon. I thought Keon was the rightful winner. I'll say Keon in 3rd. Even though I think he has nothing to lose, he probably is feeling less pressure than Martin. And it's so tough. I nearly have the same ones as you, Mark. But I'm going to say Keon in 3rd, Martin in 2nd, and Samson in 1st place. And that would win me some money from the guys from ifbbama.org. Antoine, Morgan, Frank, I'm coming for your money, man. The JMC says Samson, Martin, Krizo, and Keon. Ooh, Keon in 4th. That would be interesting. For sure. Oh, I can do members only live stream. I actually might start a members only and do a once a week live stream where I just have the members and we can chat and maybe even get some of you guys on those lives. We don't really, it's hard because I might even do it even if it is to 5 people. I might do that separate podcast, chat, and all that sort of stuff where we can just hang out a little bit more. How long until it starts? It starts in 16 hours from now. I will be live, so subscribe to Desktop Bodybuilding, click the notification bell button. There is a link to the pay-per-view as well, which is a very reasonably priced pay-per-view as well. So I would appreciate you guys going and getting that pay-per-view, signing up, showing your support to the Prague Pro EVLS, because they're putting money into this. They're putting, I'm sure, you know, the prize money for this show is 3 times at least. I don't know if they've upped it this year. 3 times what it is for other shows just in the open. And they've got other divisions, 212, Classic. The guys from EVLS putting on this show, whether they're the promoters or not, I don't exactly know. I think they are. They're doing a phenomenal job. So shout out to the guys and gals from EVLS that put on this show. Like I said, my predictions are Samson, Martin in 2nd, Keon in 3rd, and Michal Krizonek in 4th place. Xavier out here hustling the AMA crew. Yeah. Trying to make all the money I can, man. It's $50 on the line. But we only got $25 in for each of Antoine and Morgan. They're almost like a team effort prediction. And then Frank has Keon. So hopefully I'm not transferring 50 cool ones in USD, you know. With that exchange rate, it's going to be a brutal one if I lose it. Anyway, what else are you guys saying? I'll wrap it up very, very soon. Krizo is way too big for Keon. His mass will outshine Keon's sharpness. Could happen. Could happen for sure. Dan Philippex, I'm doing a wrestling event, so we'll miss your live. Oh, Dan Philippex. A wrestling? Like, are we talking like WWE wrestling? Or are we talking like college wrestling style? Let me know. You look reasonably jacked there in your picture. I haven't really looked at that big version of that photo there, Dan Philippex, but I hope you win. Good luck, man. I will be live for a lot of time, so you might get the chance to catch me on one of them at least anyway. We'll see. Pop in and say hi, and I can say good luck, and we can get everyone to say good luck to your wrestling event. Krizo is sick, but are you saying sick like good? Like he's sick? Or is he sick? But built like a H and no back. Last, glutes all the way down. You went hard on him there, man. But anyway, I will go to the times now before we wrap this one up because I do want to show you guys what time the events are on. Let me just remove that from the screen there and put this back up. I'll make that a little bigger for you guys. And let me go to the times for this event. Go to EVLS Prague. This is the Instagram page too, EVLS_Prague_Pro_official. All the underscores, schedule of events. I appreciate that they do this. I thought it was just actually showing the athletes registration. I did message them. They wrote straight back as well. So shows how onto it these guys are. Very much appreciated. So this is for the Saturday. We have pre-judging in the pros only for the open men at 8 p.m. Prague time. So you can type in 8 p.m. Prague time in, for example, I'm on Sydney time, 8 p.m. Prague time in Sydney. Just click on Google, comes up straight away, 5 a.m. Sunday. But it's actually Saturday. Saturday, where the event's happening. Sunday for me, Saturday in the US. Saturday night, I believe, in the US, or Saturday afternoon, actually, to be honest. And then we have the finals the following day. Let's check the times for that. So pre-judging the following day starts at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we've got women's figure, women's wellness, men's physique, women's bikini, men's classic physique, and then men's 212 for the pre-judging there. I'm going to go live for that one as well. That will be at a horrible time for me, but I'm going to do it anyway. Then 4:30 p.m. is opening ceremony plus finals, women's wellness, women's bikini, men's physique, women's figure, men's 212, men's classic physique, and men's open bodybuilding. I'm going to be live for a lifetime on this one, but I'm going to stick around for all of it. Hope you guys enjoy it. My name's Xavier Wills. This is Desktop Bodybuilding. We're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for joining. And we are... Wait, someone said, can anyone hear this? Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. But anyway, no volume? Don't do that to me. I'm pretty sure everyone can hear me. I think it's just you, Mark. Anyway, that's it for me. My name's Xavier Wills. This is Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are out.